So I'm here at the RYA Dinghy show on the Lowrider Moth stand talking with Jason Belben. And Jason is a sailor who sailed in the Moths for a very long time, both in the Lowrider era and now in the foiling era. And well, nowadays you're sailing quite happily and have won in the foiling era, and also nearly won last year, but didn't quite at the end of the day. It must be great for you to see the lowrider revival that's happened in recent years.
Yeah, it's great to see all these older boats coming through again, and I mean, even one of them is my old boat. Yeah, they were great times which I had in the lowrider, and I still look on it with fond memories, because you didn't have a lot of money, and in those days you could go away and build your own boat and get on the water and be competitive.
And some of the boats, they're looking absolutely stunning. Did they ever look this good back in the day?
Yeah, we did put a lot of effort in. I mean, some of the Magnums with Sapele decks did look like pieces of furniture. We took a lot of pride into building our boats.
And there were some incredible names who were involved in the lowrider days. Of course, in the builds, you've just mentioned the Magnums, John Claridge, who was a prolific builder of some of the top Moths, and yet they're still involved in the industry today.
Yeah, we all carry on. Some of the people who sailed the boats as well have come up through and sailed different boats and designed different boats. Clive Everest, people like that. We've all progressed and remained in the marine scene still.
And back in the 80s and 90s, one of the things which was pretty much for every sailor they wanted to read was the International Moth Class Yearbook. And in here, this is the 92 yearbook, there is a picture of the Blitz Mark III, which I remember from back in 92, taking a look at, which you built and your brother designed, and was 75 millimeters at the waterline. How was that to sail?
Fairly difficult. The first problem was getting into it, because it had a lot of freeboard to get the volume, because it was so narrow, and it just wanted to go in straight lines all the time, because it was like a big centerboard.
And this was the era when boats just got thinner and thinner and thinner. Did you go a step too far with that one?
I think it might have been a bit too far. I thought, right, what is the extreme I can do? So I built it out of a foam block, and then I just kept putting bits of foam on the side to see what was saleable.
And do you think this Moth class, the lowrider Moth class's revival, is just going to continue and just gain strength?
I think it will, because it's just a great single-handed boat, and it takes all weights, and it's still very quick. And it is an experience sailing it as well, because you're closer to the water. It actually sometimes feels more thrilling than when you're actually foiling, because you're with the elements.
Well, it's brilliant to see some of these absolute classic boats back out and on display at the Dinghy show, and many thanks for your time, and all the best for the 2019 season up in the air.
Yeah, thanks Mark. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good one. We've got some good events for the foiling one this year as well.
Cheers, Jason.
Cheers.